Classroom rewards can be great motivators for student behavior and achievement. Here's 3 reward systems you can begin using immediately.
Behavior bingo is a great incentive system you can use when you're working with small groups. This system encourages students to work together and to hold each other accountable. When a reward is won, all students in a group will feel a sense of accomplishment. You'll need to start by making a bingo sheet or downloading one from the internet. Feel free to get creative, but start out simple until students understand the concepts. If you want a reward to be more difficult to earn, you can always make the board larger later on. In each box on the board, list positive actions that you would like to see. This can be both task-related, like completed step 1, or behavior-related, like speaking at a normal volume. As you monitor group activity, tell the groups directly when they can mark off a square on their bingo boards. At the end of the activity, the groups who are able to complete a vertical, horizontal, or diagonal line on the board receive a group reward.
Our second reward system today is called Anagram, or problem solvers, and you can use it for your whole class. To begin, you will need to come up with something you want for your students to guess. It could be a word for younger students, a sentence for older students, or even a math problem that they will ultimately need to solve. Regardless of what you choose, make sure it is content related. Then, put up a display in the room that every student can see. This display should have an equal number of blanks of the item that they are trying to guess. You will also need a jar to place pieces of paper with the letters or numbers that correspond with the blanks. When your class meets your expectations, allow a student to draw from the jar and place the paper beside the display. Once students have gotten enough clues from the jar, they can attempt to solve it. Upon completing the anagram or problem, the whole class gets a prize. Let's give an example. Say you teach addition. Your problem may initially look like this. As the days progress and your students have good behavior, they draw a 3 and an equal sign, a 5, a plus sign, and a 2 from the jar. After looking at the problem, your students are able to come up with the solution as 3 plus 2 equals 5. Now it's time for the class reward.
Our final reward system today is called the awards ceremony. Once again, you'll need to create a display in your classroom. This one should have a list of categories, probably somewhere between 5 and 10, depending on how many students you have in your class. Each category should be clearly marked and relate to classroom expectations. For example, you might want to include most respectful of other students or always turns in work on time. Make sure that you are keeping track of these behaviors, marking which students fit the categories you have selected. On the last day of each month, have an awards ceremony where you announce a student who won each category. If you have multiple students who met the criteria of a category, make a nominations list, read it out loud to the class, then draw a winner from a box or jar. Lastly, display the student's name under the category and leave it up until the next award ceremony. As with most individual reward systems, you may want to allow students to choose from a prize box. Or you could give them themed prizes, such as a miniature award statue, like this.
These reward systems are just 3 examples of the multitude of options available to you. No matter which system you use, remember to keep your rewards as a positive force. Give out points and prizes, but never take them away. Keep that in mind and you'll see some great results in your students' motivation and engagement.